2.5 years ago, I felt trapped. I felt stuck. I was heartbroken. There was this girl I was super into. You know, we'd smashed a few times. A few times in my dorm room, one time in a study room. That was interesting. We had a lot of feelings for each other. We really liked each other. But she wanted to be friends. She said that, you know, oh, I wasn't ready, blah, blah, blah. And then fast forward, like, you know, a month. Oh, hey, Jaden, like, I got a nigga. I'm like... So it wasn't that you didn't want it. It's that you didn't want me. And so I spiraled down my pit of unworthiness, of self-loathing, of depression, anxiety. And I hit an all-time low. I'd say there's probably only one other time that compares with how low I was, which was last year. After I broke up with my ex-wife. That was interesting. Actually, no, it was while I was with her. After we broke up, I was like, oh. That's another story. If you're a young man, if you're someone who's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, even 20, 21, right? My age. Older. It doesn't really matter. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna just move. I was gonna do some carving before here, but I got called to make this video, so I'm gonna just move this. It's in my way. Regardless of your age, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of your beliefs, regardless of how you've grown up, regardless of what race you are, what religion you are, I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, you feel lost, you feel stuck, you feel like people don't understand you, you feel like people don't want to understand you, you feel like you may have friends, but do they truly hear you? Do they truly see you? You may have connections with girls, but you're probably simping, or you're just being like an unconscious fuckboy. You're not coming from true self-love, because you don't have self-love. You don't understand yourself properly, you don't perceive yourself properly, because you don't know yourself to love yourself properly. And you don't know yourself because you have all these programs that your parents and the education system and the workplace and the government and the media and the religions figure, like, it's like all of it. Everyone's telling you what to be. Everyone's telling you who to be. Everyone's telling you what to become, who to become. But is it really what you desire? See, I was at this place in 2023, right? Like the first half of 2023, I basically spent all of it in just like pure escapism. Wake up, get high, fap, you know, binge video games, binge some content, chill with my homies, chill with this girl, chill with that one, binge some food, get high again, maybe have some LQ here or there, binge video games again, binge some shows, smoke again, go to bed, actually binge some food again, go to bed, repeat. You know what I mean? Like that was basically my life. You know what I mean? Between weed, between alcohol, between nicotine, between video games, between content, TV shows, girls, porn, like, you name it, bro. I wasn't doing hard drugs, but I was basically doing everything else. You feel me? I understand what that's like. I know what it's like to be in hell. I know what it's like to feel lost, to feel clueless. And I also know what it's like to feel grateful. I know what it's like to feel excited. I know what it's like to feel genuine self-love. And I've gotten to this place of like, wow, like I love myself. I love life. I love God. God is love, baby. Shit. And I am that love. What? That shit is crazy. And you are that love. You are that love. And I want you to know that. And if you don't really understand that, you're like, Jaden, what the fuck are you talking about? That's okay. That's okay. Because you will understand. If you stick with me. You see, last year, I did a daily upload streak on my previous channel, YDC Daemon, from May 15th to August 24th. 101 days. And in that time, I'd grown so much. Not just externally, not just, going from 69 to 1K subs on YouTube, not just getting my first 10 coaching clients, making my first $2,000 online through coaching, through mentorship, through courses. Not just because I attracted a wife and then we split up. Not just because of the external growth, but the internal. But after I got these external things, God had to slap me around a little bit and show me just how much I was still attached to all of those things. Just how much my identity, my self-worth was attached to the views, the subscribers, to the money, to my girl, to her love, to her sex, her intimacy, whatever it was. I'd seen that I was still in these patterns. I'd made a lot of progress, right? In 2023, around July, I decided to stop being in the pits of hell. This is when I was going to college for a year. And I left. I came to Georgia, live with my dad. I was, living in New Jersey, going to Montclair State University. And I was like, I'm going to figure something out. I don't know anything besides the fact that I love helping people, I love YouTube, and that I love learning stuff. That's the only 3 things I was like, okay, I don't know shit except those 3 things. And so I'm gonna move from there. And so I learned as much as I could. I started learning about YouTube. I started learning about mental health, because at the end of the day, I wanted to help people, but I was fucked in the head. So I couldn't. I was kind of have the prerequisite of helping yourself first, right? And so that's what I did. And eventually, about a year later, I felt like I made a decent amount of progress, and I went on this 101-day streak of daily uploads. I'd gone through the self-improvement journey. I'd gone through the spirituality journey. But I hadn't really understood what both of those things look like in tandem. I hadn't really understood how to hold the paradoxes that we're required to hold in this 3D reality, in this polarized universe. I thought that I either had to stick to the self-improvement stuff or the spirituality stuff. But I got to this place of realizing that no, I actually need both. I need to cultivate both the worldly man and the spiritual man, because these are both aspects of myself. And fast forward to about January of this year, I discovered a spiritual teacher who guided me and gave me these teachings on integration, on really bringing together the worldly man and the spiritual man. And through this unique self paradigm, shout out Mark Gaffney, I came to this realization that no. That arrogant, super cocky, witty, nerd, philosopher, fuckboy, all those things of me, of the worldly man, that is just as valuable and just as sacred as the mystic, as the guide, as the artist, all of these other aspects of myself. And as I started unionizing these things, the daemon was coming alive, baby. That's why I go by the alias daemon, because it's the integration of the soul and the ego, the integration of true self and the unique self. It's understanding that I am a unique expression of God, and that I am not called to just be how everyone else is supposed to be. Nah, fuck that. That's not the point. The point is for me to be me, in the context that I am interconnected with all, that I am one with God, that I am love. That's the point. And it's to be love from that point, and it's to give love from that point. It's to also receive love from that point. From this true self-knowledge that you are one with the field, from this spiritual man and the worldly man's integration, this new level comes along. And I found that when you reach this level, a different kind of self-love, a different kind of perception about who you are is unlocked. And I reached this place in about March of this year. And about 6 months later, I felt like I got into this integrated state. I'd had awareness of this unique self-paradigm. And I'd had some felt experience of it. But I'd gotten to this different level of like loving myself, of appreciating who I am, of being so convicted in my gifts and my talents, in just seeing what other people saw in me, seeing myself, how God truly sees me, as beautiful, as powerful, was already perfect, and in the process of perfecting. We must hold paradox, baby. This is the call of the alchemist, the call of the mystic. If you'd like to learn more about that, come join our program over on School of Masters of Alchemy. One-time purchase, you get the lifetime access. I'm currently going through making the Mental Alchemy Mastery course. It's so fucking game, bro, I swear. I'm only like 40-ish, halfway through it. I think I got like about 3 hours of content for it so far. And I probably have like another 2 to 3 to say. It's very good. But there's other sauce in there. Mental Alchemy 101, my Block to Boundless creativity course, the Power of the Pen journaling course. All tools that I highly recommend you use if you're feeling stuck, because these tools will help you introspect. They'll help you understand yourself, give you self-knowledge, and from self-knowledge you can act in a way that's more aligned with that self-knowledge. From self-knowledge you have self-perception. From self-perception you can have self-love. That's what I want for you. I don't care about anything else than you loving yourself. You get me? Like, I'm not here because, like, I mean, like, this is a business. Like, I'm here. I do want to make money here, like, of course. But I'm here because my number one heart's desire is for people to know the love of God. And to be who God calls them to be. How I have known that love of God and how I have felt I've been God who called me to be. As an artist, as a philosopher, as a guide. And as I've lived these things, I've already felt fulfilled internally. And I've stopped looking to the external to give me things that it can't give me. The world will never satisfy you. It only can give you temporary things. Millionaires, celebrities, artists, athletes, a ton of people have learned this lesson. You've learned this lesson yourself. You've already achieved the thing. You've already hit that goal that you said you wanted to hit. You got the girl. You did the thing. You hit the PR. You made the thing. Like, you've already hit milestones that you said would make you happy, that would make you fulfilled. But are you? That's because the happiness, the fulfillment, doesn't come from the outcome. It comes from the beingness and the process of becoming. It's in the journey of evolution. It's as we strive, as we grow, especially for us like masculine men. Masculinely inclined people have more fulfillment in the becoming, in the doing, in the pursuit of God, in the pursuit of growth, the pursuit of evolution, the pursuit of intellectual development, physical development, the pursuit of building, the pursuit of giving. The feminine inclination is being. It's feeling. It's being love right now. It's play. It's surrender. It's laughing. It's intimacy. It's joy. Things of this nature. And we all have both. But, more often than not, we have an inclination towards one or the other, right? I'm masculine man. I'm a more balanced guy than most guys. And so, like, my femininity is very important to me. And I have to nurture myself a lot more. But I'm a masculine guy. I like build stuff. You know what I mean? When I don't build stuff, feel bad, If you are a masculine guy and you not build stuff, you feel bad. You get me? You got to build stuff. You got to make progress. You have to develop. And it doesn't really matter what you build as long as it's in your heart, as long as it's internal and not external. Now, I'm not saying you can't have external things or want external things. What I'm saying is that your desire for those things should come from in here instead of from out here. You get me? Not from the programmers, not from your mom, not from your daddy, not from the teachers, not from the education system, not from the government, not from the media, not from your religious figures. Nah. Right here, straight from the source, straight from God. That's the only thing that's ever reliable. Knowledge in the world comes in parts. Things of man are finite. They're incomplete. But what God presents you is always exactly what you need right there in the present moment. And you only know that internally, through introspection, through actually being with yourself. So stop distracting yourself. Go outside. Get the fuck off your phone. Unplug. When you're going to the bathroom, stop bringing your phone. Stop listening to music in the shower. Just breathe throughout the day. Be present way more. And I promise you, you're going to start getting these answers. I promise. Ask questions, like literally ask. Say like, yo, God. Yo, universe. Yo, Brahman. I don't care what you call God. It doesn't matter. Do what you want. The name is irrelevant. Ask, where are you trying to guide me? Ask, I'm looking for this thing. I'm open to receiving it. Give it to me on your timeline. I would like to know this. I would like to know this, God. Reveal the answer to me. When you ask, you will receive. Jesus said, knock, seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door shall be opened. Come on, baby. Hey, y'all niggas ain't knocking. That's why God's not opening the door. The thing is, God only gives us things when we're ready for them. And we can only show God that we're open to receiving, that we're ready for them, when we show we have some intent to look for those things. You get me? And so when you show intent by asking a question, you show you're open to receiving an answer. Me and my little brother Mar, we were actually kind of talking about this last night in terms of why math is so difficult for most people. Math is inherently a dance between the intellect and the intuition. It's about striving for the answers. It's about, what am I trying to get here? Philosophy is the same thing. What am I trying to understand? There's things out here in the fucking cosmos that we're trying to get, right? Like arithmetic is inherently purely conceptual. You're trying to go out here and reach for things, but it's like, I don't know what's going on. But you can't just reach. You also have to come back and be open to receiving once you've shown that you want to reach for those answers. It's a dance between the striving of the intellect and the receptivity of the intuition. You have to be able to do this dance harmoniously. And a lot of people, since they can't bridge the left and the right brain, since they aren't tapped in with the mind and the heart, they're masculine and they're feminine. Right? I've always had this inclination since I was a kid. This is just how I've always been, which is why it's easy for me to just come on here and yap about philosophy. This is why I love learning about this shit. I'm a nerd. This is very easy for me. This is my inclination. This is my natural desire, right? This is how God made me. And so I know this is my calling, right? Your desires, your inclinations, those are the things that God is calling you to do. Those are the gifts that God is calling you to give. But because you're not giving them, because you're not building, you're lost. This dance between the masculine and feminine, it's very important to understand. We have to be willing to go out and ask and be open to receiving. And so that's what I wanted you to take away from this video. You are somebody who doesn't really know where they're trying to go. You feel lost, clueless, purposeless, directionless. I've been there, bro. Trust me. But even at my lowest, even in my most lost times, I had a few facts of self-knowledge. I know I love to create. I know I love to make stuff, especially YouTube videos. I'd made my first YouTube videos when I was 8 years old. And I'd made like 100 YouTube videos between 8 and 10. I've always loved YouTube. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. This has always been my life. I've always loved helping people. When I was 5 years old, super good at math, I would finish my classwork early, and I would be helping my classmates. In second grade, bro, I used to literally like finish my classwork early, and then I was basically like the second teacher. You know what I mean? I would go around and I help my homies out. In guided classroom practice, I'd always go around and help the homies out. You feel me? Like, that's just how I've always want people to understand. I have such a heart for helping people understand. Because that's what I desire. I like to understand. And when I do understand things, I'm like, yo, everyone's gotta know this. Now, everyone's not ready to know this, and that's okay. Not everyone's going to like what I have to say or is going to resonate with my personality. That's cool. I don't give a fuck about everyone liking me or everyone having my message. But I'm going to bring it to as many people that are going to fucking hear it. You feel me? I've always loved helping people. I've always had that. When I was, middle school, high school, I've always kind of been like the dad and even like the mom of my friend group too, right? I was always the one who held space for my friends emotionally, who listened to them, who was able to guide them, give them advice, whether it was just, stuff they were struggling with their parents or girl drama or, just overall life stuff, right? I was always the ear to listen. I was always, the words of wisdom. That's always been me. And I feel like if you're listening to this, that's probably the case for you as well. You like to help people. You like to guide people. You like to hold people. You're not just a philosopher, but you're also an artist. You're a guide too. That's me. And if that really is you, I really want to invite you to Masters of Alchemy, because I made that program specifically for us. Not just people who are like spiritually inclined, people who are really interested in growing, people who are, on their personal development journey, but people who are artists, people who are philosophers, people who are, lovers of love and of relationships. I made Masters of Alchemy for me and for all the people who resonate with me and have never resonated anywhere else, because no one else wants to accept us. And it's not even that they don't want to accept us, it's that we don't feel fully accepted with them because they don't see all of us. And I know what that's like. And so if that sounds like you, when you trust me enough, I want you to join us, all right? My name is Jaden. I'm a mystic, I'm a philosopher, I'm a polymath, I'm a healer. It's my mission to help as many artists as possible live their most free and authentic lives by helping them understand who they truly are and helping them express who they truly are. And so if that mission resonates with you, I'd appreciate if you drop a sub here on the Mystical Polymath, where I talk about art, philosophy, and mysticism. And I have another channel, Conscious Lovers, where I talk about relationships. I am so passionate about just bridging worlds, about the multifaceted perspective. I'm a rebel. I've never really fit in one place, and so I made a place where other people who feel like that can fit in. And so if that's you, come tag along, all right? If you'd like to get my one-to-one help for navigating your healing journey, your dating journey, your polymath journey, your creative journey, come shoot me a DM on Instagram. We can chop it up. We can hop in a coaching call, all right? Do it today. Be better for it tomorrow. Oh, shit, I did that wrong. Do it today. Be better for it tomorrow. Stay devoted and stay inspired. God bless the rebels, baby.